Well, some might say it looks good enough to eat. Well, here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, their quilt garden literally is good enough to eat. We'll tell you about it coming up. Stay with us.
Step into a magical world at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. A world full of color and inspiration. Beautiful ideas to transform your home inside and out. Explore acres of displays to spark ideas for your own home and garden. Plus expert advice to help bring your ideas to life. Right now, save on Black-Eyed Susans only $1.99 each. Visit Lintons.com for ideas galore. Linton's Enchanted Gardens, County Road 17 in Elkhart between the 20 bypass and exit 96 off the toll road.
Good morning. Welcome to another edition of our program as we broadcast from the conservatory here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens on County Road 17 in Elkhart. With me as usual, Mark Linton. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Craig.
Lots of great things in store for the viewers at home coming up this half hour. We're going to start by talking about the freebie sale and some great value there, obviously. But later on, nice little visit with Sonia Nash from the Elkhart County Convention and Visitors Bureau, and she's got some news for us, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. And she's going to be sharing with the viewers about a program that we've participated with for, this is our 6th year now, and feel very special to be a part of it, and it attracts out-of-town, out-of-state guests from all over the place.
And you're referring to the Quilt Garden, right?
That's correct, Craig.
All kinds of colors await us on the program here today, and we want to encourage you to come out today and just enjoy Linton's. It's more than just a place to purchase plants, trees, and shrubs. It's a total destination, and I know, Mark, your petting zoo has been busy this summer, hasn't it?
It has been. In fact, this year we've got both my daughter and wife working out there, helping maintain the quality of the animals, taking care of their maintenance, and they have really enjoyed getting to see all of the guests and visitors, especially those from out of town, out of state, that have kind of shared their story and how they happen to be here locally and have discovered us.
You know, there is a correlation, isn't there, Mark, between loving plants, trees, and shrubs and having that same affection toward animals? Your family's like that.
Most definitely, and we've known that for quite a long time, that plant people also are animal lovers as well.
Very interesting. Well, those types of people like to save money, too, and even if you're not a lover of plants, trees, and shrubs and animals, you'll like the great deals going on here. We call it the freebie sale, and Mark, you're talking about huge discounts.
Very huge discount. One of the biggest discounts here is this Canadian red cherry. And Canadian red cherry isn't a shade tree. It's an ornamental tree, but it's a big ornamental tree. This tree has the potential reaching about 25, 30 feet when it's full grown. And it's does some pretty cool things. It starts out, the leaves are actually green in the springtime, and instead of changing colors in the fall like what most trees do, this changes to this purplish plum colored leaf after it's done blooming in the springtime, loaded with clusters of pink and white flowers, beautiful purple colored leaves. Turns out to be a very, very nice ornamental tree. You just don't want to plant it up real close to the house because you want to give it some room to grow. The normal price on this tree, and Craig, this is at least 10 feet tall, is only $29.99. With our freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free. So you're getting this huge tree for only $14.99 when you're buying 2 of them.
Excellent deal here at Linton's, County Road 17. There are limited quantities, right, Mark, on some of these items we're talking about?
I know if someone wanted to come in here and buy 100 of them, we would disappoint them. But some of these, we do have quantities up to 100. Some of them, we simply have a handful. I honestly don't know how many of these trees that we have, but we operate on first come, first served basis, so you always need to hurry in before we run out.
All right, watch the rest of the show and then come out here to Linton's. What's next, Mark?
Well, what we've got here is a beautiful ornamental flowering shrub, Craig. It's called a potentilla. This one's a tangerine potentilla. The old-fashioned potentilla has yellow flowers, but this has a little hint of orange. That's how it gets its name, tangerine. And this is a really good performer, does well in full sun, and it continues to bloom spring, summer, and fall. And you can see a lot of flower buds here forming. Only gets to be about 2.5 feet in height, about the same in width, very easily to keep it controlled. Most important thing is giving it a nice sunny location. Normal price on those are $19.99, and with our freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
Excellent pricing here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. You can check them out online as well at lintons.com. Next up.
Oh, we've got one of our premium hybrid blue spruce, and this is not a blue spruce tree. It's a blue spruce shrub. This is our Montgomery, Colorado blue spruce. Grows and naturally shapes itself into more of a globe shape, eventually reaching anywhere from 3, 4, or 5 feet in both height and width. Maintains the bright blue color 12 months out of the year, part of our freebie sale. Normally, these are $39.99, and it's buy one, get one free.
You can't beat a blue spruce any way you cut it, right?
I really love the color, and especially you put it next to the potentilla. Those flowers pop. I also like this along with anything with purple or burgundy colored leaves. Beautiful color combination as well. Craig, we've got another dwarf spruce here. Very unusual. This is more of a shorter needle, more of an emerald green color. This is our compact oriental spruce. It's in a 3-gallon container. Normally only $29.99, and with our freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
Mark, you mentioned the containers. That is really what makes the difference here, doesn't it? When you purchase a plant, tree, or shrub from Linton's, you know you're going to have great success when you do the transplant process.
That's really important information, Craig. The old-fashioned way of growing landscape plants was in the ground. When you visited a nursery, you would see them outgrowing in the fields and that. We don't do that at all. The plants that you see here have spent their entire lives above ground in containers, and what that allows us to do is simply slide these plants out of the pots, and they can be planted any time of the year. Many years ago, folks used to think that you could only plant in the spring or late in the fall, and that was true when the plants were being grown in the ground. But because of growing in containers, it not only eliminates transplant shock, it allows you to plant anytime the ground is not frozen.
Great point. Hey, I didn't even realize that, but that's what you get when you've been around the business for as long as you have, Mark.
31 years.
There you go. I wasn't going to say, but yes, 31 years. And you're only, what, 20, 25?
Yeah, how's that possible?
What's next here? Let's change the subject quickly.
Purple Rose of Sharon. And if you look closely here, Craig, you can see some purple flower buds starting to form. I love Rose of Sharon because it's a summer blooming small tree or ornamental shrub. Most things bloom during the springtime. This gives you a nice splash of color here. The Purple Rose of Sharon's normally $18.99. With our freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
And these freebie sales, they run through the weekend and into the week, right?
That's right. We are here on both Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. until 6 p.m., and then Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 7 p.m.
All right, great hours. Plenty of time for you to pick up on some great deals. What's next, Mark?
A very rare, a very unusual type of dwarf hinoki cypress. This is called snow-kissed, and Craig, the way it gets its name is because of the little white variegation that you see on the tips of the branches here. It's like little flecks of snow on top of this evergreen. You've got to touch it, got to feel it. It's very, very soft to the touch. This is a dwarf evergreen, which is deer-resistant, which is awesome for this area, which has overpopulation of deer. This also works well in full sun, tolerates some shade, and it doesn't get any lower maintenance than this because this pretty much naturally shapes itself, only growing a fraction of an inch each year. The hinoki snow-kissed cypress normally $29.99. That's buy one, get one free.
Don't you wish we could naturally shape ourselves and not have to worry about exercise?
And just eat whatever we wanted.
That'd be great.
It would be great.
What's next?
Oh, we've got a Bradford pear, and the Bradford pear is one of the most popular ornamental trees that we grow. Prized for the pear shape that this eventually grows into, and it does a nice job of naturally shaping itself as well. Blooms with beautiful clusters of white flowers in the springtime, and then in the fall it does another really nice display, a show of color. These waxy leaves, they take on different colors. You see some reds, you see some yellows and some oranges in there, and it's typically one of the last trees to lose their leaves in the fall, and so you appreciate the beauty of that. About a 6 foot tall tree, normally $49.99, and with our freebie sale, buy one get one free.
It is the freebie sale here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. Come out this morning and check out what we're talking about. Mark?
Next, Craig, we've got a nice little dwarf ornamental grass here. This is a Japanese ice dance sedge, and full grown, it's only about 12 inches in height. It's a nice clumping variety. It's not invasive, soft to the touch, does well in full sun. It will tolerate some shade. Because of the dwarf size, it works out well for front of the border. The regular price is $6.99, and if you buy 2 of them, we give you a third one free.
Well, looks like Rosie Returns is up next, Mark.
Yes, Craig, and this is one of my favorite daylilies because it's a dwarf daylily. It's a repeat blooming daylily. It gets constant show of color and incredibly low maintenance. You know, old-fashioned daylilies used to get like 4 feet tall. This is a shorter, more manageable type of plant. Plus, it continues to extend the bloom cycle all the way up until frost in the fall. Part of our freebie sale, normally $9.99, and with freebie sale, buy one, get one free.
Excellent. Well, as we make the turn here, you've got a nice offering here that I'm sure fits right into your freebie sale.
I am willing to bet you have never, ever seen a tree like this in your life.
Probably not.
This is a very rare and unusual tree. This is a variegated birch tree. Variegated, of course, green and white variegated leaves here. Incredibly rare, and does grow like our common birch trees, except for the variegated green and white foliage. And what I love to do, if you've got a dark exterior on your home, you plant this in front of like a dark brown brick or brown sided house, or you know, there's more and more homes that even have red siding. This color really contrasts nicely with that, and the color just pops out. But beautiful, nice shade tree. Craig, these are normally $29.99, and with our freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
Excellent savings here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. Rest assured what you get is going to last a long, long time. You're going to enjoy the beautiful color here this season. And speaking of that, you got some color going here, don't you?
Yes, we do. And this is one of our new hybrid hydrangeas here called Invincible Spirit. Has a wonderful name, and what the name represents is we donate $1 to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation for every one of these plants that are sold. And not only do we, but all the garden centers across the United States are part of this fundraising campaign. And this specific hydrangea was actually developed to benefit breast cancer research. And so we've got not only a great cause behind it, but a great value as well. Normally these are $34.99, and with freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
All right, well, come on out and buy a bunch of them and help the research that's going on, and great research at that. What else, Mark?
Next here we have a maiden grass and beautiful striped leaves. This plant ends up getting to be about 5-6 feet in height in the fall. Beautiful tan, feathery plumes on this. Works out well next to decks or patios. Also, we used this just recently for some privacy along a swimming pool. And nice little buffer for the neighbors, and puts on a nice show in the fall. Part of our sale, normally $24.99, and it's buy one, get one free.
Great values at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. And boy, This has to be the star of the show here today, Mark.
Isn't that beautiful and spectacular? Another hydrangea here. And these will continue to bloom throughout the summertime. This is our Nico Blue hydrangea, prize for these beautiful blue flowers. Normally only $22.99, which is an incredible deal. With our freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free. So you're getting 2 of these hydrangeas for only $22.99.
And you've been telling us that blue is very rare. It's not as common as some of the other colors.
And you know what? You put that blue spruce next to the blue hydrangea. Beautiful color combination. The colors play off of each other. Next, Craig, we've got the dwarf spirea. This is a white gold spirea. Unlike the popular gold flame or gold mound spirea that blooms with pink flowers, this one blooms with white flowers during the springtime and then has the beautiful golden colored leaves. Normally $19.99, and with a freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
One more item?
Yes, our last plant there is our magic berry coral berry. And a very unusual shrub, and it's prized for its fall fruit, and gets its name because the berries in the fall are this beautiful iridescent coral color. The plant eventually gets to be about 5-6 feet in height, so you want to plant it in an area where it has plenty of room to grow, and also in an area where you would be able to see and appreciate it during the fall. Normally those are $29.99, and with our freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
This is the time, folks. The great selection here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, the wonderful pricing that comes along with the freebie sale, and, of course, expert advice from the likes of Mark Linton and his great staff here that can help you really, Mark, with any question.
Oh, most definitely. We've got a team made up of master gardeners here, incredibly knowledgeable. Come in with pictures of your home or sketch with some measurements, and we'd be happy to coach you through the process.
All right, check them out online, lintons.com. When we come back, Sonia Nash joins us from the Elkhart County Convention and Visitors Bureau talking about the wonderful quilt garden here at Linton's. Stay tuned.
Step into a magical world at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, a world full of color and inspiration, beautiful ideas to transform your home inside and out. Explore acres of displays to spark ideas for your own home and garden, plus expert advice to help bring your ideas to life. Right now, save on Black-Eyed Susans, only $1.99 each. Visit Lintons.com for ideas galore. Linton's Enchanted Gardens, County Road 17 in Elkhart, between the 20 bypass and exit 96 off the toll road.
Sonia Nash joins us now from the Elkhart County Convention and Visitors Bureau, an organization that's very busy, especially this time of year. Sonia, good to see you again.
Good to see you. It's nice to be here. Thank you.
You've got a great place behind you with the quilt garden here at Linton's, but there's other locations throughout the county that have wonderful designs. We're going to talk to Mark about the detail of his design here in just a little bit, but tell us about some of the new locations maybe.
Sure. The quilt gardens along the Heritage Trail is an exciting activity. It runs every day, rain or shine, May the 30th to October 1st. And there are 19 gardens planted in the shape of quilt patterns. And we're here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, one of the 19, and it's just beautiful, and one of the largest, but many of them are in 7 towns throughout the whole area. Napanee is a home of one of our new sites. Coppice Commons is a brand new garden called Carpenter Square. And they celebrate the heritage of Hoosier cabinets and woodworking in a century-old factory building, 100,000 square feet, and their quilt garden is fabulous with oranges and reds in a very interesting design. That's a brand new location that visitors will want to check out.
Excellent. Sonia, is there any place else in the country that has a quilt garden program such as yours?
There is not, and that's what makes it so wonderful. This is a unique, one-of-a-kind location and event. Visitors come from all over the country and the world here to Elkhart County to see these gardens. We've had visitors from Australia and Japan and New Zealand and Texas and South Carolina come to northern Indiana saying it's on their bucket list. They've heard about it, read about it, and they have to come and visit. And it's in northern Indiana, just so close.
Amish Country is your publication, and you've got some great info in there for visitors that may want to be checking things out.
Yes, our website is amishcountry.org, and our visitor center is located up off of the toll road, off of exit 92, right behind the Cracker Barrel. And these travel planners are free of charge. It's 63 pages of information, maps, detailed information about all of the quilt gardens, how to find them, along with the murals, what each pattern name is, with an address that you can plug into your GPS. Makes it very easy. It's free of charge. You can pick one up. Also, here at Linton's, they do a great job of helping assisting visitors as they're traveling. Linton's is such a centrally located location.
Now, Sonia, this is not a program that you just kind of whip together in a month or a few weeks, right? I mean, this is a year-long progression.
Well, we're actually already starting for 2014 designs. It does. It takes quite a lot of time. We have 200 volunteers at 36 different businesses working hard to welcome guests. The patterns have to maintain themselves for 4 months with the living plants, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Hours and hours of details go into the design, the review, the selection, working with each site on marketing and communication. So it is a year-round activity that all of our communities are enjoying.
Well, you've done an excellent job, Sonia, and I congratulate you again on a wonderful job this year.
Oh, thanks so much. We just love the quilt gardens, and we love welcoming visitors from all over. People have been raving about them this year. The weather has been so perfect, and Mark will show you the butterfly and bee garden behind us. It is just perfect right now. They're definitely in their peak of season, so people will want to come and see them now.
Always appreciate the fine help from Sonia. And Mark, talking a lot about the quilt gardens here in Elkhart County. What really makes Linton's quilt garden maybe different from the rest?
Well, if you just stand here and listen, you can hear music. And we have the only quilt garden with music.
And there's some other things, too, that maybe set you apart.
You know what? Each quilt garden is unique and different. And if you saw one quilt garden last year, if you would come back, it would be totally different the next year. And this year, we are featuring butterflies and honeybees as our quilt pattern. And we are honoring the bees and the butterflies because they are nature's pollinators.
Well, we have a little bit of Bill Nye, the science guy, here with Mark Linton today, but bees are very important, and you tell me, Mark, that they are so critical to agriculture and can actually produce greater crops.
That's right. It is a beneficial insect, and we get stung by one. You aren't thinking about that, but actually honeybees can increase crop yield 2 to 3 times, so very, very important.
And we have a butterfly here in front of us, right?
We do. We are alternating patterns here. Real easy to identify the bees. They're the ones with the splashes of yellow, and then we have various color butterfly patterns here. And we've gotten really good response from our guests that have come here to enjoy the quilt gardens.
They come from all over.
They do. Not only from locally here within the state, out of state. We just had a bus tour here earlier that was from Canada.
That is neat. You know, when you come to Elkhart County, these are the kinds of things that you discover just at every turn. And Mark, when you go back to the very beginning, did you think that this quilt garden theme, you're being one of the first ones, did you think that this theme would carry on and be as popular as what it is today?
You know, I was hoping that it would, and this is our 6th year in participation with the Elkhart Visitors Bureau, and we plan on doing this as long as this program continues. We love being associated with it. It brings in all sorts of guests that normally wouldn't have discovered us.
Now, you can hear the music here that sets Linton's apart, but boy, if you take a second and just take a deep breath, you can smell the beautiful flowers that surround us.
We've got a nice assortment of flowers. We've got different colored petunias. We've got a sea of blue from the ageratum, and we have different varieties of zinnias adding a splash of color. A lot of our guests have been here, and I've overheard they said, "Wow, your gardens look good enough to eat." And you know what, Craig?
No way. Are we going to eat?
Here, I want
lunch.
I want you to try some of our garden. Tell me what you think of it. You were waiting for me to eat it first.
Oh, no.
What's that taste like to you?
Parsley.
You're right.
Hey, this is good.
We got parsley in our quilt garden here.
You knew because of that onion sandwich I had just before going out that I needed that.
No, but we do have parsley growing here. So our gardens are truly good enough to eat.
Yeah, and normally you don't eat that much parsley. I did just for effect. But it is very good tasting.
Would you like some water to wash it down?
I'm okay. What about some of those other display gardens that you have here at Linton's, Mark?
You know what? Would like to take the viewers on a little walking tour. We put a lot of effort and energy into our display gardens, and that's actually how we became recognized as a local attraction. State of Indiana realized all of our efforts that we've put into our display gardens, and if you're traveling on the 8090 toll road, you will see attraction signs there with our name on it. If you're on the 20 bypass, we also have attractions there. And agritourism is growing in popularity. A lot of folks are appreciating what we do, and they're into gardening, and they come here for ideas and inspiration and really looking for something unique and different, and that is us. This year we introduced over 400 new plants, and we put a lot of them into our display gardens, not only so that we can test them, but so our guests can see how they perform as well.
Well, Mark, we talked about the display gardens, and let's get a little more detail from you, can we?
Well, this is one of the first things that our guests see as they pull up into the property, and we've got our living Lintons here. This is actually something that we've created out of emerald green arborvitaes and a nice little topiary. Our living sign as greets our guests and visitors here, and we also like to incorporate tropicals into our gardens. Tropicals, the price point has come way down, and it's not overly expensive for someone to have a palm tree growing by their deck or patio, and so we're promoting that idea. We've got some beautiful palms at the ends of our Linton's sign here. We also have some beautiful crotons which have all the different colors in the leaves, and then of course annual flowers are incorporated in as well.
The living sign, can you create that for any homeowner?
You know what, we have, and for those of the viewers that are familiar with Essen House in Middlebury, close to 25-30 years ago did that, and it is still standing there, so we can do some custom topiaries as well.
I tell you what, that's part of their trademark, is their sign out in front, which is your creation. I didn't even realize that. I should have.
It's been there for years. We also have some cannas incorporated in here. Those have the beautiful burgundy leaves. We also have some green and gold leafed varieties. Also have elephant ears, and those are the ones with those gigantic leaves on them.
You're not going to have me eat those, are you?
No, no. But when you plant those, you'd be amazed at the size of that bulb. About the size of a small basketball or almost a football is the size of those bulbs for the elephant ears, and those do need to be dug up and brought inside for the winter and then replanted again in the springtime. But we've got a nice assortment of flowers here, adding color throughout the season, different types of palms. Craig, directly behind us, this is actually a banana tree here with these burgundy colored leaves, and towards the end of the season, around the fall, you actually start seeing some miniature bananas forming on there.
And who would have thunk that you could do a banana tree here in Indiana, but you can.
If you look at it, it's very happy here, so...
What about some of the other color?
Oh, a lot of color. We've also incorporated perennials throughout here. Like to be able to show our visitors how they would perform in their own gardens. So we've got a wide assortment of daylilies, ornamental grasses. We've got different coreopsis. And several years ago, we started growing David Austin roses. And so we've planted a small rose garden so that our guests can see how they perform as well.
Well, come and check it out, folks, right here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. Mark, a very informative show today, and our special thanks to Sonia.
Oh, we appreciate the association with the Elkhart Visitors Bureau and Sonia.
All right. For Mark Linton, for our entire crew, for our producer, Gary Martin, and our special assistant, Maddie, today, this is Craig. Until next time, so long, everybody.